Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to the yoga session hosted by Santa Clara County Library. Today's session will begin in a standing position. So, gently, let's all make our way up into a standing position. Take your time to keep your legs to the distance of your hips. And we'll start with some arm rotations. So, open up your hands, spread your fingers really wide. And gently, as you inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, circle your hands. Bring your hands to the heart center. I'll keep building on this sequence. So gently this time as you inhale, release both your heels off the ground. Let's try to balance on the balls of our feet. Bring your hands all the way up. Keeping your heels off the ground, continue to circle your arms. And when your hands are almost coming towards your heart center, release your heels off. Inhale, heels off the ground. Take your hands all the way up. Let's reach our hands all the way up. Exhale, continue to keep your heels off the ground. And gently drop your heels down, but bend your knees, press your hips all the way to the back. Inhale, heels off the ground. Take your hands all the way up. Continue to keep your heels off the ground. Gently bring your hands back and rest your heels down. Bring your hands, bend your knees, bring your hands into prayer arms. Let's add a twist here. Take the left to the right, stacking up the elbows, coming into a spinal twist. Gently come back to the center. And let's take it towards the other side. And gently come back to the center. Inhale, keep your heels down to the ground, take your hands all the way up. Let's give a back bend to the body. Arch up your back. Let's give a slight back bend to the body. Reach your fingertips up. Press your hips back. Let's come into a half forward bend. Inhale, palms facing up to the ceiling. Arch up your back. Look towards the ceiling. Exhale, half forward bend. Press your hips back. Reach your fingertips forward, hips back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Arch up your back. We're flexing the lower back here. And gently, as you exhale, come into a forward bend, but hold on to your elbow. So right elbow is on the top, left elbow is below. Keep your knees a little bit soft and just let go and allow the head to dangle down. And we can pulse here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back. Exhale, bring yourself into forward bend. Left hand on the top, right hand below. Keep your knees a little bit soft and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. No need to give a back bend. And exhale, circle your hands. Bring your hands into prayer arms. Release, just shake your legs off a little bit and shake your hands off a little bit. We're going to engage our arms. We're going to eventually work towards an eagle arm position. But let's start with cactus arms. So bring your elbow to be in line with your shoulders and spread your fingers really well. And there's a lot of energy in the heel of your palm. So you're trying to lift your elbows so they're not dropping down like this, but work on lifting it up and then radiate your fingers really well. And now think you want to tilt something towards the ceiling, right? So you're going to bend your knees a little bit. You're going to arch up your back and then lift something towards the ceiling. Visualize that in your mind. And let's start by lifting those 10 toes off the ground. Spread your 10 toes really wide and press your 10 toes down to the ground. Start by softening your knees a little bit. Bounce on your knees a little bit. When you feel ready, start to tuck your tailbone, arch up your back, and then lift yourself all the way up towards the ceiling. So basically now your heart is shining towards the ceiling, your palms are facing parallel to the ceiling. And gently as you exhale, start to squeeze your abdominal muscles, reach your hands all the way, lock your knees and reach your hands all the way to the back. Right? So multiple things happening here. Inhale, press into your feet, soften your knees. Gently start to take those hands. Bend your elbows, bring your elbows in line with your shoulders, and then gently take your hands all the way up. Arch up. Press into your feet, reach your hands all the way up. Start to squeeze your abdominal muscles and keep your knees locked. Reach your hands all the way to the back. Come into simple, normal cactus arms, feet up, completely pressing to the ground. Let's take our right hand below and stack up your left hand on top of your right and make your way up into eagle arms. We will be using this throughout the class today. So those of us who did not get it, just to quickly go over it, right and then left on top, and then try to lock your arms so that your palms are touching towards each other. Right? Now all we are going to do is widen your stand out first. Let's work with this arm position. Lift your elbows up a little bit and gently take your hands towards your right side. So don't lift your heel and turn your body like this. Keep your heel to the ground, and it's going to be your arms that are going to move towards the right side. So you're going to feel it more on your left shoulder blade right now. Breathe. And gently come back to the center. And now slowly take it towards your right side. Sorry about that, left side, and feel it in your right shoulder blade. And come back to the center. Release your hands, let go of your hands. Sweep your hands all the way to the back. Press your arms so that you can release those shoulders a little bit. Bring yourself back to cactus arms. Let's switch. Take your left hand below. Take your right hand on the top this time. Your elbows are stacked up one over the other, and then let's maintain eagle arms. Lift your elbows up a little bit. When you feel ready, start by going towards your left side. Think about your right shoulder blade. And come back to the center. And let's take it towards the other side. And come back to the center. Release your hands. Let's press those hands all the way to the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch your knuckles. Lift your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades and press it down. Touch your knuckles. Lift your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades and press it down. Switch. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. Pull. Lift. And give it away. Pull, lift, and give it away. And let it go. And shake your legs off a little bit. And move your arms out a little bit. We're going to come back to our eagle arms, but before that, let's warm up the legs and the back of the legs a little bit more. Widen your legs so that they are beyond the width of your mat. So they're really wide right now. We're going to come into a simple forward bend. Those of us who have major lower back issues, don't go down completely because it might be difficult for you to come up. It might put too much pressure on your lower back. So you can go half and then come back up. Right? You can do the and feel your body, flex it as many times as you can, and then just stop doing that. Those of us who can progress all the way down, inhale, take your hands all the way up. Move your head a little bit, relax your shoulders every opportunity you get. Exhale, lead with your chin. Let's come into half. Now feel your lower back. If it's already a lot for you, you're not going to go any further. You're going to make your way up into standing and then come back to this position. Those of us who are able to progress, gently place your fingertips down to the ground. Now all we are going to do is we're going to bend one knee at a time and connect with the back of the leg, right? So simply bend your left knee and stay there. That's it. And come back to the center. Both knees locked. Bend your right knee and come back to the center. One more. Bend your left knee. Now when you bend your knee, Say now you're bending your left knee, right? I want you to press your hips back. So don't lean forward like this, but I want you to press your hips back like this. And then straighten. And then bend your right knee, but press your hips back. So you're going to feel it a little bit more at the back of your left leg. And then come back to the center. Bend both knees. Press your hips back. Just stay here for a second and breathe. And lock both knees. One more bend. And straighten. Two more. Bend. And straighten. One last time. Bend. And straighten. Now slowly toe heel yourself. So you're going to end up in a forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Stay. Bend your knees a lot. Press your belly into your thighs. Fly your hands to the side. Gently inhale. Take your hands all the way up. Interlock your hands. Press the heel of the palm. Look towards the ceiling. Bring your chin parallel to the ground. Gently take your hands all the way towards your left side. Come back to the center. Slowly take your hands all the way towards your right side. And come back to the center. Release your hands. Just quickly rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders and let it go. Shake it off a little bit. All right. Since we flexed our lower back, we warmed up the back of our legs, we moved our shoulders a little bit as well. Let's come into a small tiny sequence. Place the left leg towards almost to the center of your mat and gently lift your right heel off the ground. And then just cross your right over the left and let your toes touch down to the ground for now. Open up your hands into Cactus Arms. So today we are originating our eagle arm position, if you notice, starting with our Cactus Arms, right? So normally we bring it into T, but we just changed it up a little bit, that's it. Take your right hand across. Take your left hand on the top and come into eagle arms. We have done this before, so you all are familiar with this one. Now gently see how it feels to lift your right leg off the ground. And gently see how it feels to press your hips back and try to come into a seated position. A little bit, sit down a little bit. And up. Now, if this is getting extremely challenging for you, it's okay for you to tap like this and then press your hips back and then see if you can slightly lift it off and sit a little bit deeper, right? Whatever works for you. Ready? Let's do this 2 more times. Gently sit down and up. 1 more and up. Keep your arms just the way they are. Your top leg, which is your right leg, release. Point your toes and take that leg all the way to the back. The back heel is off the ground. Breathe. Stabilize yourself. Exhale, take your left elbow to the inside of your left, towards your left knee, right? So touching your left elbow towards your left knee. Gently pull yourself all the way up. Now, if this is getting very challenging for you, drop that back heel down. That's fine. Those of us who want to keep the balance, keep your heel off the ground. 3 more times. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Release your hands. Frame your left leg. So place your hands on either side of your left leg. We are going to meet in a 3-legged dog. So take your left leg all the way up. Point your toes, 3-legged dog. Bend your left leg at the knee, coming into a fire hydrant. Point your left leg toes, three-legged dog. Step your left leg all the way forward. Drop your right knee down. And bring yourself all the way up. We're going to do two kinds of twist. One would be an open twist and the other would be a closed twist. Right? So we have done this before. We're going to take left leg is forward, right leg is to the back for all of us. Take your left hand. Place your left elbow so that it touches your left knee and open up your right hand. Coming into an open twist. Breathe. Gently place your right hand down to the ground. Take your left hand all the way up. Coming into a closed twist. Frame your left leg. Place your hands on either side of your left leg. Release your right knee off the ground. Gently take your left leg all the way up. Back to three-legged dog. Bend your left leg at the knee. Fire hydrant. Take your left leg all the way up. Point your toes. Drop your left leg down. Let's come into downward dog. And slowly pedal those legs off. Walk your hands back towards your body. You're going to end up in a forward bend at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Bend your knees a lot. Fly your hands to the side. Gently take your hands all the way up. Look towards the ceiling for a second so you can feel tall from the side body. And then interlock your hands, press the heel of the palm up, and now adjust your head so the chin comes parallel to the ground. Widen your stand. Let's start with the right side. Gently take your hands all the way towards your right side. Drop your right hand down to the outer side of your right thigh. And let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay. Interlock your hands. Keep it diagonal. Remember to squeeze your abdominal muscles. Support that lower back. And then come back to the center. Move your head a little bit. Come back to the center. Let's take it towards the other side. Bump up your right hip now. Let go of your left hand next to the body. And let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Interlock your hands. Press the heel of the palm out. Squeeze your abdominal muscles and come back to the center. Release your hands. Slowly rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders and shake your legs off, and let's come back to the front of our mat. We'll start by coming into cactus arms. Sorry about that. Let go of your hands. Excuse me about that. We're going to start by taking our left leg on top of the right. Cross it. Press your feet, the toes to the ground. Now let's come into cactus arms. Ready? Let's cross the left and then the right. And then let's come into eagle arms. Lift those elbows out. If your body allows you to, lift your toes off the ground. Try to really cross those thighs. See how it feels to bend your right knee a little bit. Still okay here? Gently press your hips back. That's important, right? Press your hips back and come into a squat. And take it all the way up. 3. And up. 2. And up. Just one last one. And up. Ready? Gently lift that leg as gracefully as possible. Point your toes and rest the ball of your feet on the ground. The heel is off the ground. Stay where you are. Ready? We're going to bring our right towards the right knee, right elbow towards the right knee. Gently try to tuck your right elbow so that the elbow comes to the inside of that leg. And bring it all the way up. It's getting extremely challenging option to rest your heel down. Otherwise, keep the heel off the ground. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One last time. And inhale. Release your hands. Frame your right leg. Take your right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Bend your right leg at the knee. Fire hydrant. Point your right leg all the way up. Three-legged dog. Gently step your right leg all the way down. Rest your left knee down to the ground. Bring yourself all the way up. Place your left hand down to the ground. Take your right hand all the way up. And breathe. Place your right hand next to the elbow. Elbow and the shoulder meet. Take your left hand all the way up. Gently place your left hand down. Frame your right leg. Release your left knee off the ground. Back to three-legged dog. Right leg toes pointing towards the ceiling. Bend your right leg. Fire hydrant. Point your right leg toes. Three-legged dog. Drop your right leg down. Downward dog. And slowly pedal your legs off. Drop your knees down. Relax your toes. Walk your hands so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Your knees are in line with your hips. There is space between your legs. Spread your fingers. Your neck is in line with your spine. Neutral position. Ready? Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Gently, let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with the spine. Let's tuck our toes. We're going to do two positions here. Starting with the left leg. So just extend your left leg, catch the ball of the feet on the ground. Press your heel all the way to the back. I just made up, we're going to do three, right? So I just realized we can do one more. Breathe. Focus on your left calf muscle right now. So our goal here is not to just keep the leg extended, but to press that heel to the back. So we can start to feel our left calf muscle really well. Let's lift that left leg up and take that left leg all the way towards the right side. Press that heel all the way to the back. Pump up your hips and look towards the back. And breathe. So you're looking at your right heel right now. And come back to the center. Lift your left leg up. Place your left leg behind your right. Take your right leg outward. And then lift your hand off the ground. Maybe it's pretty stable now to lift your hand off. If you feel a little bit wobbly here, you're not finding your balance here, walk this leg, the extended leg, which is your left leg, a little bit closer to you, and then press your feet firmly to the ground. So you are not leaning like this, but you have an anchor point to press that leg nicely to the ground. Let's open up the left side of the body. Take the left hand all the way up, stretched out. Take your left hand all the way up. Now you can stay here and take the hand up and back, or you have an option to lift your right knee off the ground and take your arm over maybe. Totally optional, guys. You don't have to do it. Breathe. Gently place your right knee down to the ground. Keep your toes tucked on your right leg. And slowly place your left hand down to the ground. Release your left heel off the ground. Bring your right ankle in line with your knee. Bring your left knee back in position, but immediately release your right hand off the ground and slowly rotate that hand off. A lot of pressure around the wrist there, so let's release that. And reverse the direction of the rotation of the wrist. Gently place your right hand down to the ground. Slowly walk your hands back towards your body. Before we do the other side, let's just add something to give a break to our wrists, right? Let's come into half camel. It's option to tuck your toes here, so you can keep your toes tucked, keep your legs slightly apart, and bring your hands diagonally. Let's start with the right hand. Gently take your right hand up. Extend your left a little bit more. Turn your right palm facing outward, and then just keep looking at your right hand, fingers, and then rest your hand on top of your heel. Take your left hand diagonally across the body. Breathe. Option to relax your toes. Breathe. Take your right hand to the back. Give a full shoulder rotation to that hand and bring your hands with your palms parallel to each other, and they're about 45-degree angle. Ready? Let's start with the other hand. First, take your left hand all the way up. Reach your right hand a little bit. So think in your mind somebody is holding your right wrist and they're pulling you forward. So you should feel it in your right shoulder blade. Turn your left palm facing outward. And now start looking at your fingers and then gently start to arch up your back and rest your left on top of your left heel. Now if you're not able to reach your heel, you can tuck your toes or you can rest your hand on your hips, right? Instead of just letting it hang like that, maybe you can support your lower back. Now take your right hand diagonally across. Relax your jaw and breathe. Slowly take your left hand all the way to the back, lift to the back. Circle that shoulder and bring your hands back to 45-degree angle. Let's give a supported back bend. Sweep your hands all the way to the back. Rest your heel of your palm, left on the left side, right on the right side. And gently let's give a back bend to the body. Breathe. This will also help even out those hips a little bit. And bring your chin parallel to the ground. Release your hands and let's make our way back to cat and cow. Make any adjustments required so that the wrist comes in line with your shoulders, your knees come in line with your hips, your toes are tucked. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with your spine. We're going to start by extending our right leg all the way up. Catch the ball of the feet on the ground. Press your heel all the way to the back. Remember, the goal is to connect with the right calf muscle, not to keep the leg extended, but you want to press that heel back. So you feel the stretch at the back of your right leg. Breathe. Lift your right leg off the ground and gently take your right leg all the way towards the left side. Bump up your hips and just look towards your left heel. Gently come back to the center. Lift your right leg all the way up and place your right leg behind your left, and then walk your left leg toes outward, and then walk your right leg a little bit closer. So now your left hand, your left knee and your right feet are in one straight line. Walk that leg a little closer. You know you're going to lift this knee off, so you need that grounding. So try to press your weight onto the knife edge of that right leg so it is firmly planted to the ground. And then take your right hand all the way up. Move your head a little bit if you're feeling any tension around the shoulders or the neck. Let's open up this simple side body stretch. Take your right hand all the way over. Take your right hand all the way up. And gently press into your right arm, lifting so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just pressing into that feet really strongly, right? And if you feel ready, lift that left leg off the ground. Breathe. Option to take your right hand all the way over. Press your left knee down to the ground. Drop your right hand down to the ground. Gently bring your left leg back in position. Simultaneously lift your right heel off the ground. Gently walk your leg back and wag your tail. Move your hips from side to side. And slowly walk your hands back towards your body, coming up into a standing position on your knees. Let's release those hands off a little bit. Let's start with the left because there's a lot of pressure on the left hand right now. So let's gently release that left hand, release this off a little bit. And switch. So your knuckles are facing forward. And up. And other hand. And switch. And up. And release. Let go. You can open and close. Just shake. If you need to quickly rotate your wrists off a little bit and reverse the direction of the rotation of the wrist and place your hands down. Let's meet in a downward dog position. So let's start by tucking your toes and gently lift your knees off the ground and slowly start to pedal those legs off. Let's all start by taking the right leg all the way up. Point your toes. Bend your right leg at the knee. Touch your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, take your right leg all the way up. Point your toes. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Core plank. Inhale, take your right leg all the way up. Point your toes. Exhale, right knee touches your left elbow. And extend that leg. Drop your whole feet down to the ground. Take your left hand all the way up. And breathe. Move your head, relax your shoulders. We are going to head into a pigeon from here, right? So place your left hand down to the ground. Bend your right knee. Drop your right knee down to the ground. Press your hips all the way to the back so that your left knee comes down to the ground. Stay where you are. Now you're going to make adjustments to bring the shin of your right leg to be parallel to the front of your mat. Now you can either stay here or you have an option to bring your elbows down, or you can extend your arms, bring your forehead down. Breathe. Think about right glute right now. Slowly walk your hands back towards your body. We're going to swing our back leg forward. So we have done this before in some previous class, but I'm changing it a little bit today. You're going to extend your left leg out. So you have your right leg bent. The base of your feet is now pressing to the inside of the thigh. Your left leg is extended. Dig your heel, flex your feet. Remember, we talked about the open and the closed twist today, right? So we're going to do that. Slowly start to lift your right leg up. Place your right feet down to the ground. Walk your left leg inwards. So we're going into a spinal twist right now, right? Walk your heel towards your body. Take your right hand all the way to the back and bring that hand closer to your lower back and adjust to sit up nice and tall. You can just stay here or take your left hand across and look over your right shoulder. And breathe. Release your left hand. Give a rotation to that shoulder. Any opportunity to move the shoulder, right? And just rest it down temporarily. Right hand goes behind. Let's give a rotation to that shoulder. And this time, bring your right hand to be to the inside of your leg. And now take your left hand all the way to the back. Sit up tall and look over the left shoulder. Turn your gaze forward. Look forward. Release your back hand. Let's give a rotation to that shoulder. And release your right hand. Let's give a reverse rotation to that shoulder. And now take your right leg and cross it over the left. So your knees are stacked up and your back leg is extended. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, let's give a forward bend. Breathe. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle your hands. Slightly bend your left knee. So start with the extended leg, slightly bend it. And then adjust. I'm going to go sideways here for better view. So you're going to start to adjust so that your right ankle rests on top of your left thigh. And start to withdraw your left leg a little closer to the body. So you're going to press your left feet to the ground. Walk your hips a little bit closer to the body. Let's walk those hands a little closer to the body. Lift your hips up. Place your hips a little closer towards your feet and walk a little closer. So you're going to feel it in your glutes, right side. And breathe. Gently extend your left leg out. Gently extend your right leg out. Swing your legs to one side and let's meet back in downward dog position. Take your time to meet back in downward dog position. And start to pedal your legs off. Left leg goes all the way up. Three-legged dog. Point your toes. Left knee, left elbow touch. Inhale, take your left leg all the way up. Point your toes. Exhale, bring your left knee into your chest. Forward plank. Inhale, take your left leg all the way up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow touch. Extend your right leg and take your right hand all the way up. Breathe. Place your right hand down to the ground. Bend your left knee. Drop your left feet down to the ground and extend your right leg all the way to the back. So your right knee rests to the ground and your toes relax. Ready? Take your hand, the leg that is settling into the body like this, make adjustments so that the shin comes parallel to the width of your mat. You can just stay here, maybe, or you can gently rest your elbows down. Or extend your arms and bring your forehead down. Slow breaths in and out. Think about your left glute. And now slowly walk your hands back towards your body and swing your right leg all the way forward. Right leg is extended, dig your heels, flex your feet. The base of your left is to the inside of the right now. Gently take the support of your hands, place your left feet firmly down to the ground. And then walk your right inside. Let's take the right hand all the way to the back. Bring that hand really close to your lower back. So don't sit like this. Instead, try to bring that hand really close so you can sit up nice and tall. And now see if you can take the other hand outside and look over your left shoulder. So constantly work on pressing that shoulder to the back. And breathe. Relax your jaw. Turn your gaze forward, look forward. Let's give a rotation to our right hand first. Give a nice rotation to that right hand and rest your right hand down to the ground. Take your left hand all the way to the back. Give a rotation to that shoulder and rest it down. Now take your left hand to the inside of that left leg and take your right hand to the back. Remember, again, bring that hand closer to the body so you can sit up tall. And this time, look over your right shoulder. Press that right shoulder all the way to the back. Turn your gaze forward, look forward. Let's give a rotation to the shoulder. Release your right hand, give a rotation, rest it down. Give a rotation to the left arm and rest it down. Take your left leg, cross it over your right. The base of your feet of your left is facing to the back. So it's not planted to the ground, but it is facing to the ground, to the back, sorry. And then stack up your knees one over the other. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, lead with your chin. And let's try to rest. Come, bring the forehead towards your left knee. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, release your hands, rest your hands down, and slowly start to bend your right knee. And you're going to bring that right leg, I'm going to go sideways. You're going to bring that right leg, place your left ankle on top of your right thigh, and place your right feet completely down to the ground. So make adjustments so that you can lift your hips and walk it closer towards that ankle. And then let's continue to do that. Lift your hips up, walk it a little bit closer towards that ankle. So it's figure 4 in a seated position. You're going to feel it in your left glute now. Walk your hands a little bit closer. Lift and place it down. And walk, stay. Breathe. Gently extend your right leg all the way out. Gently extend your left leg all the way out. Flex your feet. We'll give one forward bend to the body. We still have eagle arms to do. Remember, we talked about it in the beginning of the class. We're going to use it later. That's what we talked, right? So inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, let's come into a simple forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, release. And we're going to come down to the mat. Let's lie down on the mat. Make adjustments to your camera if you need to, because you're going down to the mat as well. And bring your knees into your chest. Place your hands on top of your knees. And draw circles. And release. Drop your feet into bridge position, feet. Bring your hands into cactus arms. Only lift your right hand and take it across your body. Take your left hand and take it across the body. Come into eagle arms in a reclining position. Take your right leg and cross it over the left. Lift your legs off the ground. Lift your upper body off the ground and touch your elbows to your knees. Now your head does not touch the ground. You're going to separate and squeeze, right? So separate and squeeze. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Rest your feet, left feet down to the ground, head down to the ground. Undo your hands, bring them back to cactus arms. Undo your legs, bring them back to bridge position, feet. Bring your knees into your chest. Place your hands on top of your knees and let's massage the back. And reverse the direction. Drop your feet down to the ground. Bridge position, feet. Cactus arms. Take your left hand diagonally across the body. Take your right hand, stack it up on top of your left. Come into eagle arms. Take your left leg, stack it up on top of your right. Lift your head off, lift your feet off, touch your knees and elbows. Separate and touch. Ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest your right feet down, rest your head down, undo your hands, cactus arms, undo your legs, bridge position. Bring your knees into your chest. Let's massage the back. And reverse. Now, if you remember, we did the seated position, figure 4 today. We're going to do that in reclining as well, but we'll focus on a different muscle group here. So let's drop the feet into bridge position, feet first. Take your hands into cactus arms again. Take your right leg all the way up. Flex your feet. Rest your right ankle on top of your left. Figure 4. Take your left leg all the way up. Flex your feet. Lift your head off the ground. Take your hands through, thread the needle. Take your hands through and wrap behind your left leg, left thigh. And now just work on pulling that leg forward. That's it. I want you to stay here for now. Constantly press your left heel towards the ceiling and then start to pull that leg towards your body. Do not drop your heel towards the glutes today. Keep it extended, the left leg, and just pull that leg towards your body. Gently drop that left feet down, rest your head down to the ground. Cactus arms, bridge position feet. Left leg goes all the way up. Flex your feet. Rest your left ankle on top of your right. Take your right leg all the way up. Flex your feet. Lift your head off the ground. Thread your arms so you wrap your hands behind your right thigh. And just pull that leg closer to the body. And keep pressing your heel, right heel towards the ceiling. So our goal here is to feel the back of our right leg, right? So the more you pull the leg closer and greater you press the heel towards the ceiling, you're going to feel it a little bit more. And breathe. Rest your head down. Rest your right feet down to the ground. Undo your legs, come into bridge position. Feet. Rest your hands next to your body. Let's do a simple normal bridge. Slowly start to release your lower back off the ground. Your mid back off the ground. And lift your belly button all the way up. Breathe. And now gently start to rest your shoulder blades down, your mid back, your lower back, and your tailbone. Extend your right leg all the way out. Flex your feet. Rest your right leg to the ground. Bring your left knee into your chest. Take your left leg towards the right side. Coming into a simple spinal twist. Slow breaths in and out. Gently bring your left knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out. Bring your right knee into your chest. Both feet are flexed. Take your right knee towards the left side. Open up your right arm. Connect with your right glute. Gently come back to the center. Bring your knee into your chest. Walk your left knee into your chest as well. Just move your knees from side to side. Feel the lower back, massaging to the width of your mat. Take the base of your feet parallel to the ceiling, coming into happy baby position and massage the back. Gently extend your legs, take your hand, reach your hands over your head. Let's give a full body stretch. And release. Separate your hands and legs out. Find a nice comfortable position to relax your body. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your awareness to your tips of your toes and your fingers. And try to consciously let go of your toes and your fingers. Feel the center of your palm. And originate your breath from the center of your palms. Passing through your entire arm, your wrists, elbows, and shoulders, up to your neck muscles. Relaxing every single cell of both your arms, shoulders, and around the neck. Bring your awareness to the base of your feet. And as you sensitize the base of your feet, originate your breath from the base of your feet. And allow your breath to pass through your ankles, your calf muscles, your knees, and your thighs. And relaxing your hips as well. Relax all your facial muscles, including your jaw, your eyeballs, and the space in between your eyebrows. Your total body is relaxed now. Gently bend both your knees and turn your body to the right side. And take the support of your hands and make your way up into a seated position with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to the heart center with the thumb touching the heart center. If you wish to make a small prayer for your loved ones and the world around you, you may do that at this time. Whenever you're ready, gently begin to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and slowly coming up to eye level. Let's all take a bow together and say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining the session this morning. I will see you all next Tuesday.